defuse. And KO's really good at that, because KO, what does he do? He shuts down all of your utility. No more nades, no more shock darts, no more mollies, none of that. Pull your guns out. Let's fight.
Yes, sir. Fight indeed. And honestly, you know, with the way RDA have kind of figured out their own playstyle, they love to try and get info because they work better off finding info. Elevate, however, are a very, very cerebral team, as you mentioned, and they can deny that kind of info too. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup. So pistol round is going to go underways. We'll see if the drifters can tackle the mountaintop or if Mother Nature is too much for them. Mark L going for the mid lurk already, but a little bit of sound coming through over in B main.
I like the poison orb play coming out here because there isn't the killjoy on the mid usually who would deploy that turret on the top ramp, and that essentially denies the information. But Redco, sharp with it, just takes out Markel. He executes, going to come out on the side. The paranoia being deployed by Pudj. The Dizzy is going to be good to force the rest of the defenders to the backside, but Spike is going to go down regardless.
All the pistols making their way into the site now. Spike has been dropped, but Doctor, it just goes down just like that. What a quick peek from Flaring. Now Jansen, he's scrambling to try and take this back a bit, but it's just instantly shut down by Reza. We've mentioned before, Reza's such a sharpshooter on the pistol rounds with the ghosts. And yeah, you can see why. It's practically a tap. He's out of it. So, Elevate, they take the pistol for alive. Flashes were exchanged on that first corner bend, but they took way too much time to get everything sorted. They lost too many players into the fight. Having the Sage as well really bolsters up the defense for Elevate on the post plant, because they can at least get it to half while that wall is still up.
Definitely. Now it's going to be an eco round from RDA. Again, with the last round, they've tried to exploit the vulnerability on towards that mid position with that poison orb, but now they know that Redcore is playing up on that position himself. Pudj barely getting taken out here, bullets whizzing past his head. Smoke is going to come down, acts as a one-way wall. Oh, but Nakia on the other side of the map takes down Doctor.
I have the spike.
We've seen Nakia pull out the Outlaw as well for rounds like these. It really helps for him when he's playing in the chamber. 2 more players go down. That's Pudj's doing. So it seems like the site is going to be locked down firmly. No response at all from RDA here. Honestly, with the way the things are going, the buys and everything, I don't blame them. The damage coming through. Just 1 kill over from Sube, but all cleared up by Reza once again. 2-0 now is the scoreline. We're about to get into the guns and bonuses.
Okay, the defense from Elevate so far is looking extremely dangerous because with a lot of these teams, we'll see how whenever they contest B, right? What happens when they contest B a lot and then the attack starts to collapse on them?
Panic.
They peel all the way to the back of the side, but Elevate there like a tall mountain. Their resistance is plentiful. Even alone, look at this flaring. Yeah, Solo, he's gonna be forced off the backside. If Pudj was here, they would be playing onside here. And even then, look at this. They're challenging, applying the pressure here. So much denial. The Thresh is going to come out though, forcing him to the backside here. But the paranoia is going to come out for this. Jansen somehow finding a kill and Fixie opening it up as well.
Pudj was going to go for a teleport, but there's a flank and it's coming in from Redco. He's tripled up already. Fixie is low. He's liable to one-shot. They can't line up here. They have to be so careful. Redco's very sharp on the trigger in these clutches. You've seen it happen before. Don't give him this leeway. They're going to double up a little bit of a high-low setup, but no, too much. Markel is sharper than that. So 1 round back onto the board. That's RDA finding that one.
Excellent pacing from RDA. Seems like they're shifting back into gear now. Rounding the bend on that B plant extremely well. No hesitation at all. And this is the RDA that we want to see. This is the one that caught our attention whenever we were watching that game on Lotus against Ninjas and Galaxy, the team that's so proactive, seemingly coming out of nowhere from the promotion series. But now, Redco will have another trick up his sleeve here. Oh, Pudj springing a trap on towards Jansen. Nakia getting his kill as well.
What a peek. And look at this, they're still going for more. Doctor, he has to hold out onto his line, and he does. Finds Nakia, is going to re-peek this, re-swing this fully. He's out the drone. No drone shenanigans this time. Pudj finding a Doctor up top, though. One shot from that Outlaw, so deadly. Sube is the only one left with 10 HP. He was tagged by the Outlaw earlier. Going onto the zip line, flick upwards onto 410, shut down and hunted down by Pudj. Ooh, these teams.
You know, okay, I'm starting to think Omen might be the move here. Wait, like Elevate are selling me on this, man. Because if you think about it, right, Omen is essentially kind of like similar to Jet in terms of their utility here. The ability to take verticality using that shadow step is such a huge part here, especially on a map like Icebox, right? You can essentially have two pseudo chambers on each side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous because hypothetically and on paper, if you look at all the TP potential you have between the chamber and the Omen, you could fool some teams into thinking a site's being strong-handed when it's only just one or two players, because you can move around the site with the TP. And on the attacking front, you can be so much more lethal because you have a TP to back out. But at the same time, you have a TP to go in as well, especially for Omen. For the chamber, it's more playing defense. For Omen, it's more playing aggressive. So there's philosophy and concepts to the TPs and how you want to use them. And if there's anyone in this region that can figure that out, it's of course going to be Elevate.
Thanks.
Okay. Timeout being called by RDA very early on. Our coach here wanting to set the pace for the team. Getting everybody onto that same page. See if that works out though. It's on Nakia. Like an unstoppable force so far is ready to take this first swing against these sheriffs. Trying to find the Lion Fixie. Maybe the first to peek into him here.
Ooh.
They are so close to each other, and now the information is going to be spotted. Jansen being tagged up. Hunter's Fury is going to be huge. Redco swinging out from the main position, finding that first kill. This Hunter's Fury providing just enough cover, and Nakia just swings over pipes and picks up two, nearly getting a third as well.
Oh, but all cleaned up by Redco. So good pressure onto RDA to find those fights early and not give them any of the space that they wanted. Again, RDA, they're a team that work off info, but when Elevate can just do that and mix up your pacing, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's a tough battle. We knew this coming in. Nakia has bought up the operator already, so this is a chance for RDA to show how they can pressure certain things. They've mentioned before they love to do these rushes against operators, so we'll see if they find him and see if they run him down. It takes a lot of bravery, and especially without the ISO being here, they don't really have to worry too much about it. There it is. There's the opening shot. Redco and Nakia both go down practically at the same time. Left 3 players for Elevate. They have the site, but they have to be careful. They don't want to give any openings to Elevate.
Now look at this spike. It's going to be a planted here. The Dizzy is going to be there to cover. Fixie picks it up on towards flaring. Pudj catching out Mark L. But unfortunately, Sube brings this down for the last player here. Riza with all to answer, but Fixie gives him the fix.
Triples up, showing why he's one of these promised duelists in the scene. But now, Elevate. Alt economy is not yet through the roof, especially since the Hunter's Fury and Pit is still offline, but they do have a tour de force to work with, a res, and a TP if they want to be a little bit funny. Fixie though, he's opted to throw away the rifle to his teammate and go for the knives in the shorty play. Let's see what kind of aggression this kid has.
Tour de Force is online from Nakia as well. Both of these heavy hitters will have their ultimates available to play with. Let's see, trying to find one pre-firing onto the headshot angle. Look at this, the rest of Elevate just peeling out and backing off preemptively. Mark L1 just shutting down the Tour de Force here, but Redco defeats Fixie as well. Jansen and Redco able to find each of their kills, but Redco is going to be able to pick up Reza. Doctor opens it up with 2 on towards the side. The lockdown's going to be deployed right now. Hopefully RDA can save the spike here. Pudj is contemplating burning that ultimate at the very last minute. Pops the ultimate just for a second and commits to it actually, and this is going to be a huge pinch here on this 2v3. The spike already planted.
Spotted by the sonar. He's climbing up. He sees Sube, so that's information gained. He has to look for other players around the corner. Sube turns around. He finds Pudj. Flaring finds that kill up top onto 410. Left into the 1-on-2. He still has to find a little bit more leeway to try and get his timings right, but he's running out of time, and with the utility coming in, it's going to delay him even more. So Mark L has split off. He gets taken down, though, by Flaring, but the flank is coming in from the Doctor, and yeah, look at where he is. A little bit of the MJ walk to the spray.
Billie Jean, it's not my love. Wait, are we allowed to sing that on stream? Or
I don't think so. Copyrighted. All good.
Production, I'm so sorry. Please do not fire me. Point right, point left.
He's a smooth criminal.
Bleeding. Real.
He's a smooth criminal. It's all he is. But Elevate, yeah, they don't take that round. It was fought very closely. RDA take it instead with the Doctor's heroics. Got those 2 kills as well into the third with the flank on the spike diffuser. Again, going for this A hit. They're not going to let up. They want to get this aggression in, but Fixie goes down instantly, shot down by Nakia with the op. There he is. He peeks out once more, but Hunter Fury is not going to find him just yet. Jensen's all the way up top here onto pipes. He's trying to find an angle to get 1 kill in. They just have to open it up. They find Reza finally, but Pudj swap places with him as well. So now he's back here onto 410. And RDA call off the hit.
Mark with the lurk?
RDA call off the hit. They find the timing through orange.
Oh, he might catch Redco here. He might actually catch Redco. If Redco rears his head at the wrong time, he gets caught out on the lurk. But Pudj is able to open orange back up right before the spike goes down. And this is looking like a very close retake situation now for Elevate.
Spike planted.
It's a threat under him. And Nakia's down to 45 HP, so still very, very doable, but Doctor's on 16. Sound has been made, so Sube can take note of this. He's looked off the angle at the wrong time. Nakia snuck in. If he wraps it around, he should know he could catch both players right here. There's 1 second. Oh, he turns around. Pudj, what a sharp shot. 20 HP, but Doctor just spams it through the smoke instead. We're all tied up at 4-4. This is a close one.
RDA, and again, I want to go back to the players here. Fixie disappearing a little bit during that next cup performance, but today he is showing us why he's such a good pickup for this team. Doctor again leading his team not only cerebrally but in the server with his numbers as well. Through his gun, he shall carve a path towards victory. And now Elevate are forced onto a timeout. I think so far it's going to be the mid lurk for me. They've found the weakness in how Elevate played their icebox, and their weakness is with mid, with how Redco is playing it. Because unlike the Killjoy that can hold a couple of lines at once, as well as be present on another part of the map, Sage doesn't have that luxury, do they?
No, absolutely not. So we're going to have to figure out if they can deal with the mid-lurking issue. This Elevate, they adapt so fast, so I wouldn't be surprised if they even just take the lead from here through a Thrifty. Because they figure out something. They're a team that just instantly does their homework. It's not even homework, it's still schoolwork for them.
Yeah. It might be the teachers this time around. Teaching Elevate a lesson. It's Nakia. Single hit under bullet before he falls back, not willing to risk too much here. RDA is going to be scaling up and flaring on this flank. Mark L picks up on Jay, but will he have the presence of mind to realize where flaring is? Poison Orb goes up. Doctor finds a kill with a kill job raider on towards Nakia.
Alarm bot out.
And now, the flank is finally going to be acknowledged here as the spike goes down.
Doctor still holding it. He knows one's going to peek rafters eventually, especially with all the info coming in from Fixie. Fixie is going to back away and make sure he doesn't die out in screens alone. Spotted from
Enemy remaining.
Dart, but they are handling it really well so far. Redco left into this clutch, but no. Fixie shuts it down. A team ace as well for RDA, and they take the lead.
Race into the spike sites.
Man, RDA, I like how they're looking tonight. They have showed up to play. Again, going back to the nature of this matchup here, RDA have so much to prove. One of the teams that made it through the promotion matches alongside Kizuna, taking on the Titans on Elevate now.
Ooh, op head-to-head as well with Dr. and Nakia. That's coming back online as well. Thresh gets used to try and clear out some space early on, but no one is around that corner just yet, so trying not to give too much info away.
Here.
Look at this flaring. Just shoulder peeking for now, trying to catch out any bit of information. He does have the Viper's Pit, but it's not often that we see a Viper's Pit be deployed on the defense here. Usually we'll see the Viper's Pit be deployed on towards A, because honestly, B is one of those bomb sites where you don't want to be cutting too many lines of sight if you're on the side of the defense here. And now RDA just scaling up shoulder to shoulder here. Redco, if he's not too careful on this mid push, he might get caught out by the Doctor. He's holding the line with this operator right now. It's gonna be a
huge
very
tag.
precarious position here. Operator shot rings out, but Doctor finally catches out Redco.
Spike down. B.
Flaring though gets two, but Mark Allen Sube trades it back. Pudjay punishes the Doctor on towards mid. And the huge hero play from Pudjay on this Omen pick. The equalizes out for Elevate.
Yes, sir. They are doing really good work. I mean, okay, that's Elevate's game, right? Elevate is so patient. They're not pressured by the timer running down. If anything, they're smiling when that happens. Because they tend to know what's going to happen. Again, Op is going to be back online. All rifles bought up. Nakia is going to take the lower position here. Setting up the trip across. Oh, there is the flick downwards, but both ops miss out just barely. Bullets whizzing by. Could have been an entry, could have been a bolstered defense there, but so far, nothing hit just yet. Fixie on the other side of pipes, and Nakia finally finds Doctor. The op head-to-head goes his way for now. Flaring on the other side of pipes, and Fixie has to be really, really careful because he's losing HP sitting in here. The decay is going to be the death of him. He's liable to one shot if he's not careful when he wrapped around that corner, but Riza was on that flank, but Jensen deals with it just as fast. The wall coming in from Redcoat to stop any sort of sneaky maneuvers coming into orange as well. It's a good idea because now that's delayed them. They did break it now, and Fixie's looking to see if Redcoat is going to be around his own wall. He's not far off. Redcoat's just on the other side. Sound being made onto the B main lane here.
Oh, Pudjay.
30 seconds left.
He has the paranoia in hand, so he knows exactly what the play is here. The pins are set up. RDA, they might have to be careful here, because as soon as the sound cue comes through, the paranoia is going to come out. Big teleport. Oh, the Dizzy only able to catch a one. Nakia though.
Oh my God,
Operator,
Nakia.
and then Headhunter. Fixie trades back the red coat, but Pudjay is able to clean it out. 6-5 now. Elevate back in the
Last
lead
round before the
once
switch.
more.
This is gonna be a close one. This is going to be a very, very close one. The buy is going to be a little bit scrappy coming in from RDA, but positive is that they have the Viper's Pit to work with to try and enter sight with it. Fixie's not far off knives if he wants to get a little bit stylish, but if Sube can get 2 more kills up, or Doctor can get 1 more kill up, they have very, very strong chances for the post plant. Oh, the timing could not be more rough. And Jansen goes down. Yeah, he's playing up top. Nakia. Oh, and a little bit of information taken as well from the zip play. Redco finds Mark L as well. That was the mid fight, so now that's all gone and done. RDA are left onto this A hit now. Minute 20 left. They have to find some sort of leeway in, and that's going to be the answer in. It's both Riza and Nakia going down from Doctor and Fixie. Lockdown is initiated to go into the site deeper, but they have to be very, very careful because they know Elevate could still play around the timing. They could still just be very ballsy and play around it, but no, they're going to give them the space. Doctor sets up the alarm bot close onto screens. He's going to back up with Fixie. Sube is going to be the first one to try and take contact here, but he does have his Hunter's Fury, so we're going to see if he activates it even. Rez comes through. We're going to see if that gets held or not. Sube not able to shut it down. Shuts down Redco instead, though, but gets taken down by Flaring over on screens. There's Pudjay onto the zip. Shut down. Fixie finds Flaring as well. 1-on-2 is Nakia. There's the knives coming out. He's missing the knives. It's close range. He has to go around the corner. It's the shorty battle, but Fixie wins it out. 6-6, and we cross over into half.
Switching sides.
It's a close, close one.
RDA, I don't want to say it just yet, man, but it seems like they always play to the level of their opponents. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they absolutely do.
When it's time to switch it on, they redline it, baby. And now it's gonna be RDA on this defense. They opt to post the Killjoy up from the Doctor ontowards A, which is a very interesting decision to me. Looking to try to get early info, and now it's going to be the mid crunch instead, posturing both Sube and Jansen to help Fixie try to make a play here from Tubes. And I wonder how this is going to go because the dart is going to be held so far. Not a single bit of utility expended towards mid. Mark L already being contested early on towards B. Is going to be forced to fall back here. Gets away scot-free, thankfully.
A little bit of damage done as well onto Redco on the way back, so liable to the one-shot headshot, I believe. Oh, but Redco, he's so sneaky. Pushes the wall timing. And Mark L, I don't think he knows about this. He's already down 22 HP. He has to be so careful. He has to figure something is up here. Redco is in prime position to strike. Anytime he wants, he could go, but he's going to wait until a little bit more info is gained. Oh, if the flash gets thrown out by Jansen here, it is going to get spotted. There's the mosh. It's going to be used for the post. Redco, he's still holding. He's still holding. He's waiting. Here comes the first test. It's
Oh my god.
Oh, the barrel is not going to be shown. There's the first one. There's the right click comes through, but Jansen, he shuts it down. He finds 2. Oh my gosh, it's lightning blue for RDA. It's lighting up blue in the kill feed for RDA. They've won out all of those fights. I believe that was because Elevate went to try and take down Jansen around the corner. All of them pushed in, but by the time they did that, RDA was already around them. So they pushed themselves into a position where they got surrounded, got shut down as well. That looked scary. That looked terrifying. You were just waiting, anticipating for something to happen. It struck, but not in the way they wanted. RDA, they take the lead.
Yeah, they're in their driver's seat now, but unfortunately, they can't keep their feet off the gas just yet. Look at the pressure here, even on an eco round from Elevate. The swing comes out from Sube, takes on one, gets the second one, hunting for the third, but Jansen and Fixie able to trade him right out. Nakia with the headhunter in hand isn't going to find anything else. Now RDA, 8-6.
Gosh, that was fast from them. That's the kind of pacing RDA have shown when they were fighting other teams, like back on Lotus, right?
Yeah.
Like just crunch them down. We saw that happen with the RTA versus Kizuna matchup, where it's like, oh, we can sense as a player in the back there. What if we just rush him and win?
You know what? It's Dr. Diff, man. He's just, he's like on the Killjoy pick, and he is carrying his team on his shoulder. Have I told you about the time where I met the Doctor?
Have you?
Yeah, totally. And this one time, I was like, oh man, I can't reach the Gardenian top shelf, man. Why would he put the Gardenian top shelf? You know what he did? He without a word, he just lifted me up. And so I grabbed a loaf of bread, and he was like, do not worry, my child. I get it. He had like shoulders the size of like 2 Myvies combined in terms of weight.
All right. Okay. Spike is going to get planted here. Red Coast set up the wall, but the defense, Riza's not looking there just yet. So first pick is going to go their way. Nakia returns it back into Sube. Jansen finds a kill. Red Code trying to find that kill into Doctor, so that IGL is down. Red Code goes down as well. There's Fixie around the corner with the Outlaw. All up to the Frenchman here into the clutch. They're lining up a little bit. There's the first. Second is not there. Takes a little bit of HP with him, but all good in the hood. 9 rounds for RDA.
Oh boy. Even the mountains can move. Nice scoreline now from RDA to tie it all up. And Elevate. They're going to be forced into a tough economical situation here. Conversion rate with credits and the US dollar is going to be looking healthy though, fortunately for them. They can still buy up a couple of shares across the board. A Bulldog in hands of Flaring even. But that's going to be Jansen with the Thresh available.
They have the chance to take this lead. Elevate, they are scary on their thrifties, but you can tell they're not really going into this one as crazily. Actually, no, I take that back. They are going into it a little bit crazily. Look at the amount of space that they've taken already. They're not going to slow down for this. And Redcoat is going to entry frag. Yeah, that's about right. Look at him take the space. It's all gone. Mark L has to give it up. Doctor finds Pud J, though. That's a little bit of pressure annihilated. Oh, bit of headshot damage coming through as well onto Riza.
Spike planted.
They're not losing players. They're just losing HP, but that might be everything for this retake. It's going to come through. Weapon swap as well. Pixie's going to go for the entry. Redco is caught, shot down by Doctor. A little bit of revenge from earlier before. Markel finds Nakia up top on pipes. Ariza is left all the way in the back here for the Sheriff clutch, but his shots are not landing, and Flaring goes down as well. RDA are up to double digits.
10-6, a beautifully played retake from RDA. Did you see that one? They look like a completely different team than they did last week. Just the discipline from that Doctor, getting one, peeling back, and then switching the little hot swap with the weapons here. Tossing the Phantom onto its Fixie so he could take more space on site, swapping onto the Outlaw, capitalizing on that kill from Jensen, who got that one with the Thresh, and now Elevate. They're going to have to re-contemplate their post plans for a little bit, because I'm not gonna lie, while it's looking good for the side of RDA, Elevate have done a good job scaling up on the site, denying too much of the pressure from the defense, especially on that A side and mid actually. But where they falter is their post plans. They're seemingly not ready for what RDA has in store for them. And they're going to have to make this adaptation fast, because RDA is 3 rounds away for closing out this map on Icebox.
Here.
Timeout is going to be all used up here. We're going to see if Elevate have figured out any sort of other strategy for whatever RDA have turned into. They have come here alive. This is not the same RDA we saw on the Icebox last time. This is the RDA we were supposed to see on the Icebox last time. This is an RDA that's alive. Tires changed. New oil. Windscreen wiped.
Yeah, they're on the softs right now, man, because they are trying to floor this across to the finish line. Ritko, he's allowed to scale up all the way across the A now. All is going to come up. And now, admittedly, the setup is going to be a little bit worrisome. Nakia barely missing out the shot with the operator here to flank.
Oh my gosh, Fixie.
It's going to be so dicey. And look now, it's going to be a 3-player hold onto the flank. Nakia, Ritko,
God,
get with
Fixie.
flaring. Ready to be able to hold this. Riza catches the kill up onto Jensen on towards that belt. The paranoia is going to go wide here. Teleporting across towards belt.
Oh, that's Sube taking out too.
Sube.
That's
Yes,
Sube taking
Nakia
out
finds one of
too.
his operator. Mark L and Flaring find theirs respectively, but the operator's shot is going to go wide. He's the last remaining player though. Time already ticking on the spike, and I think it's going to be a little too late for Mark. Unable to get that kill as Elevate bring it across the finish line here.
Well done for Elevate there. It looked a little bit scary for Nakia there, getting his position crunched upon, and Fixie just dodging the bullets. He got tagged down in his leg as well. If that didn't happen, there's a chance that he just completely runs down Nakia, and the opening coming in from Sube might have done it. But yeah, it's a game of just micros. It's just a game of micros. Just all these small mistakes, all these smaller windows.
You want to play?
It's going to be a little bit of a brawl coming in here, I believe, into the lane for B. 3 players here on the side of RDA on the defense. They're holding it close. Gets shut down. Oh,
Finds the first shot. Nakia getting one to Jensen, but Riza trading it back on towards Fixie. Hunter's Fury is going to come out from both sides here. Both of these teams exchanging so much utility. But look at the Doctor from mid downtown. He catches 2 here to swing the round back in the favor of Team RDA. But Riza, that shock dart kill is going to change so
the
many
Doctor.
things.
He can just hold this. He can just hold this. He hears the footsteps, sees the gun barrel, shoots the first one. He knows there's a second there. He gets swung upon. Riza on 3 kills already. Has to find this 4th. It's the Sova head-to-head.
Oh,
He might
Sube.
get swung, and he
Oh
does.
my god, Riza! 4K!
He's so sharp. Riza's so much sharper than Sube. I don't think he timed that correctly.
Oh, it was so close. Both of the players were just crouching down, praying, clenching, and hoping to hit their shots, man. Lon, I can't take this. Oh my god. I'm sweating.
I mean, you've taken my job for the past 3 rounds.
I'm so sorry.
All good, all good. You're excited.
Revealing area.
All right, Dart gets dealt with, and oh god, Fixie gets spammed out. The Dart was not dealt with enough and too soon. That's been an issue with RDA last time, although it was way worse. This time they only lose Fixie, and they managed to back away. Jensen are going to hold into the backside, and they're going to bring Doctor in as well for a little bit more defense. But Elevate have found their opening essentially, and they're going to go straight for the spike plant. But they have to be really careful, because around the corner are RDA players, but the Red Coat just finds that shot.
Entry's gonna be huge here as Jansen finds another one on towards Nakia, equalizing this with 3v3. Spike. And it's gonna be denied here from Pudj on towards the flank with the Omen. Catches out the Doctor here, equalizing this out, and all of a sudden Pudj is the only player remaining here. Ultimate is going to be available, teleporting himself over to B at the moment. Spike is going to go down, but Mark L and Jansen, they have to be so careful here, because Pudj, we've talked about him, he's one of the cerebral players coming into this matchup.
We've seen him do crazy clutches before. He just has to wait. He hears the sound. RDA are rushing this a little bit. They have to figure out where he is. They're playing this very, very fast. And they have to be so, so careful. Here comes the drop, but no, not gonna happen. Jansen manages to swat away the cockroach that was flying at him. What a brave man.
The cockroach? That's what you're going to call Pudj?
I mean, hey man, he's 70 HP, a Vandal in his hand. That's the same threat level. I don't know what you're talking about. A flying cockroach. It's not a cockroach on the wall. It's a flying cockroach. Bro, it's a flying cockroach. I don't want to deal with that.
Honestly, yeah, dude, flying cockroaches are freaking terrifying, man. Holy. Nearly oopsied on broadcast for a second.
All good. All good.
11 to 8 now for RDA. Lockdown available for them. Operator online for Fixie, and it's going to be a bit of a quasi-buy for Elevate. See how they open up this round, actually. A lot of aggression already towards A, just to secure that odd for Jensen. He's going to have the Thresh online. Drone is going to come through from Riza towards Maze, clearing everything out to allow the space for Elevate to scale up. But Jansen Fixie.
Oh my god, Fixie doubles up as well with the op. They couldn't pressure him. Fixie's gonna go up top into 410, find the shot,
Okay.
but Redco shuts him down. That would have been so crazy. But Pudge, yeah, he got tagged out by the Thresh as well. 1-on-4 is left Redco. Stinger in hand, Sheriff in his pocket, but he's getting flanked as well. 3 players on the other side of this wall, and Sube's holding him first. It's a little wingman as well to try and find him. They know he's here. The more time he spends here, the more time he's getting flanked. The more time this gets crunched upon him. High-low setup. There's the Thresh. It's coming through. Doesn't hit him. Pulls out the Stinger. Instantly shut down by the Doctor. RDA have hit match point.
Match point.
12 to 8 now. Oh, Elevate on the edge of losing another map after they've looked so dominant in the first 2 weeks. Week 3 now, things are seemingly turning around for the rest of these teams. The Titans are starting to topple from the top of their standings. But let's not celebrate too early just yet. There is a good chance Elevate can bring this back, and if it's any team who can clinch this out, it will be them. This core of these 3 players, Flaring, Riza, Redco, they're so tenured. And Nakia, he's shown us that he can perform when it is time as well.
Strikes coming through. Pudge's clearing the corners with a shotgun. No one is holding it close. RDA don't want to play this into their favor. They don't want to rush things. They're gonna play it their way. They're gonna take a little bit of Elevate's playbook here. Oh, Doctor, he just found the timing. That's huge. That is huge timing because he can find the kill up onto 410. Yeah, he does. Sube's actually the one to find Nakia. Doctor finds Flaring as well. Riza's trying to fight this off, but gets shut down by Fixie. They don't know Pudge's up here. He has a shotgun, but what can he do? He takes only the one, gets sprayed down.
Oh my god.
And RDA have done it. They're the second team in this split to have taken a map off of Elevate. 13 to 8. That did not look like the RDA that fought next god. That looked like a different They swapped the score.
I'm telling you, man, it's a shawarma for them, mama, bro.
It's the shawarma, yeah.
But yeah, all that aside, RDA looking like a completely different beast this time around. To take the map from Elevate here, such a strong performance, and I have to say, their team play is just looking so much better compared to week 2. I love seeing how the teams start to grow and develop as the weeks go by, because we've seen this from the other teams, right? We've seen Lays, we've seen Next Guy as well start to sharpen up, and now RDA. Let's look at the stats for a second going into the first map here. 13 first kills from Elevate. But that speaks wonders because RDA, they were able to bring it back from these first kill disadvantages.
It's swapped. It's swapped with the rounds, hilariously enough.
It did.
That's a conversion on its own. Look at the amount of post plants that RDA have managed to get off as well in comparison to Elevate, which, you know, they're the post plant team usually.
Yeah. And that's just another point to talk about, right? RDA's strength in these post plants, the discipline to wait for the timings together. They're just so coordinated as a team. Nakia, again, so sharp on that chamber, but this time the Doctor. Hey, an old dog still knows a trick or two, and boy, this one did a crazy backflip all over Elevate.
I was a little bit worried at the start because he was getting found out on all these flanks, right? onto the pushes. Nokia was finding him. Redco was finding him. I was getting a little bit worried that we weren't going to see Doctor, but come by round 4, 5, 6, he's alive and he's kicking. Clinic's open. Elevate are the first patients in today. And yeah, look at that. 274 ACS, 25 headshot, 76.2 on the kill assists as well.
Yeah, and I just want to say, he was so big of a part for RDA to win a lot of those rounds, because there were a lot of rounds where they started getting picked off, but Doctor somehow was able to get a trade kill back, if not for his teammates on the other side of the map. This is exactly the force you need on your team, the torque to drive your engine forward here. What a game for map 1.